Hey everybody, thought I'd make a quick video on a recent pickup of mine from a brand that I don't have experience with, well, until now. And I don't see many people talking about them either. It is Corniche. I think it is a niche brand, a micro brand. I don't have a ton of micro brands, although I say that, but then I tend to review those, so there tend to be a lot of videos from me on them. But when I looked up their information, it seems like their headquarters are in Sweden. They're a Swedish company, but everything that they do is inspired by the southern France, supposedly. That's in their About Us. But this is the Démandé Speciale IV, I believe. It's clearly inspired by a Patek Philippe chronograph, but at a much more attainable price. This is a Mecha Quartz watch. In person, it's a slightly more green. It's that, you could call it Tiffany blue or teal, whatever. I'm in love with that color generally. I know it's been a bit of a fad, but I've been riding that wave for 30 years now. It's always been kind of my favorite family of colors. Turquoise, teal, and so I have a couple of others just hanging out. There's a Scurfa. And I'm actually wearing a Nevada Grenchen special edition of the F77. Really cool. But this is the watch that we are focusing on here. This Corniche. Let me zoom in, get a good look, then go over the specs. I think that's all we need to do. I have all my lights on in here because there's no lume on here, so there's going to be no lume shot. It is a VK64 Mecha Quartz. It's a Mecha Quartz. You need to supply enough force to that. And, well, there we go. We are counting. Only 2 of the subdials are in use, and this movement normally has, at the 6 o'clock, the 3rd subdial for the running seconds. So instead, I'm pretty sure we just have a 60-minute chronograph, and here, this is just like a 24-hour indicator. It's basically AM, PM. But I think it's a beautiful watch. I really want to tilt from all sides, but that glare. That's right, there's only 400 of these, limited edition. This is number 54. Watches with this movement, a really cheap one, like one directly from Seiko. I think I got one for about 130. So if you're looking for a cheap Mecha Quartz watch, this wouldn't be it. Most independent watchmakers that use this movement, it's going to be more than that, usually around 200. Some brands, like this one, Nevada Grenchen, they have some watches that use this movement around the $500 range, and I think that's what I paid for this. I think I got a discount. Really, really cool. Is there a case back? Yeah. I know there's a story to this case back, but I don't know the story. So that's a terrible way to tell a story. It's like telling someone I have a really funny joke, but I don't know it. But this watch does have a story. These trees, I think, are from is it Côte d'Azur? But you see, all of their watches are, that's right, all of their watches tend to be limited editions, and they tend to be weird, special, fun colorations of this watch, and they have some other watches too. They have an integrated bracelet watch I really like. So let's see, the specs are on the back here. You see the name Démandé Speciale IV. I got that right. Limited edition. Ooh. I think some of this is French. Let me open the box. I was kind of impressed with the quality of this packaging. Just real quick, nothing major. Certificate of authenticity. We got a wiping cloth. We have a really nice piano black polished case. I was kind of impressed with the presentation, but in the certificate of authenticity, that's right, it is, well, there's my reference number, 39 millimeter VK64 limited edition 400 and gloss leather. Yeah, this is the first watch I've ever had that has had a gloss leather like this, and in pictures, I thought that's definitely not me, but when you get it, I've never had this before. It's very pliable, very soft, and actually pretty comfortable. I haven't really worn this out. You see it still has the wrapping on it. I haven't even sized it, so that's cutting off some blood flow. But man, that's a sharp looking watch. I think I saw this on Instagram, and that's where my curiosity was piqued. Even though it's this light blue aqua teal color, and as I said before, in person it's a little greener. It's a little bluer on camera. Those are hard to get right. Even though it's this colorful watch, I feel like it would look great on informal wear, actually. Maybe formal outdoor wear, let's say. But yeah, that's a sharp looking watch. They had a version of this with a salmon dial. They had a version of this now. The limited edition is orange. Really, really cool. And I'm happy to give this brand some exposure. Even though this is definitely highly inspired by a Patek, it does not have that Patek price, and I think it's a great execution. You see those, are those Breguet numerals? Yeah. So we can stop. We see the minute counter has gone up, and boom, instantaneous flyback. I love that. Let's get some dimensions. I think that's it. What more is there to say? 11 millimeters thick, or thin, I should say. 47, and we'll go from here. And yeah, 39 and a half. So they're stretching the truth a little on that dimension. 49 and a half, not 49. But there we go, the Corniche Démandé Speciale in teal or turquoise, however you'd call it. It's not Tiffany blue. That's a registered specific color. But I really like it. I think it looks great. And the next time I put on a suit, in a couple of years from now, this is maybe a watch that I would wear. Yeah, look at that leather. It's strange. It's like you'd think it feel plasticky, but no, it feels proper leathery. It's very pliable. I'm surprised at how comfortable it is. Let's see. Get a good look at that. Amazing, right? Just another clasp. All right. I think, well, signed crowned. Kind of a signed crown. I mean, that's barely a signature. I think that's it. Thank you very much.